Thank you for joining us back from the break. Now we are going to delve into a little bit of this year's Florence Comic-Con with our very special guest, Patrick Gale of Legends Comics, who's putting on this year's show. What's up?
What's going on, guys? Thank you again for having me.
Glad to have you.
No problem.
We're really excited this year. We got a lot of really cool stuff going on. So I'm hoping everybody comes out and everybody has a really good time.
It was really, I thoroughly enjoyed myself last year.
Yeah, last year was awesome.
I missed the first year whenever it was at the Art Trail Gallery, which is a smaller building in Florence on basically Main Street. Mm-hmm. But last year was at the SIMT building at Florence Arlington Tech, which is a very, very nice new facility that they have built.
It's an incredible building. We're looking to be there for at least the next 3 years, I'm thinking. Just because the niceness of the building, and everyone who works out of the SIMT building is super helpful and accommodating, and plus it's right there off of Highway 52, so
it's really easy to get to.
It is, it's a little, finding it for the first time is a little wonky because you got off of the highway. It is kind of off the highway, road. But once you get there, there's plenty of parking.
It's so big too that you can ask anybody on the way, "Hey, where's the SIMT building?" And generally, somebody knows where.
Pretty much all you have to do is just go down the highway, look for Florence Arlington Tech, and take one of the roads that lead into there, and just keep going back behind the actual school's campus, and it's really the only thing back there.
Yeah, I think it's a huge improvement from the Art Trail Gallery. I was super pumped that the first year when you guys had it there, and it was like, oh, sweet.
You went the first year, didn't you?
Yeah. I was like, sweet, we have a convention to go to. But you could tell it was just a big crowd, and it was a smaller place, and it definitely, this town you could see from that convention that this town could support a bigger place. And then when I went to the con last year, it definitely felt like a bigger con.
It was like an event last year.
It
definitely felt like
really
an
cool
event.
Yeah.
We've been really lucky to be extremely but pleasantly surprised each year. The first year we had the show, we didn't know what to expect. This is the first time we've had anything like that in Florence. And there's shows all over the bigger cities in North and South Carolina, but we weren't exactly sure what to expect. So we were hoping for 400 or 500 people.
It was a lot more.
And then when 1,000 of them showed up, it was kind of like, holy shit!
It even seemed like a lot more than 1,000 to me.
I think we had wristbands and that kind of stuff, and at one point we had run out of wristbands, and we were just like, just let them in. Don't worry about the wristbands. So we lost track, and actually last year we lost count too. Last year I'm thinking we had around 4,000 people.
I was thinking more between 4,000 and 6,000. There were a lot.
Yeah, that was just one day. You guys are 2 days this year, right?
No, we're still just one day.
Oh.
There is some confusion about that.
Okay.
What we're doing to kind of we're trying to make it good for everybody. We're trying to make it so everyone can have a good time regardless of what you're into. A lot of people are really just into comics and really just into that kind of stuff, and a lot of people, cosplay has gotten to be a huge thing at conventions. So to break it up and to make sure everybody is happy and satisfied and has a really good time, we broke it up. So Saturday we're having a cosplay expo, and that's at the hotel, the Wyndham, I think, the Hampton Inn and Suites.
That's pretty much right down the road, isn't it?
It's really right across the street. We're having the cosplay expo, and that's going to be that's just mainly cosplay stuff. Now everyone is encouraged to come. There's still going to be a lot of stuff to do. But the Saturday event from 10 to 6 is going to be Cosplay Expo. There's going to be a lot of panels, a lot of discussions, all about making costumes and that kind of thing. And then from 7 to 11, there's a cosplay costume party ball type deal. And there's going to be, there's going to be a smaller costume contest other than the one at the show. There's going to be games, there's going to be food and that kind of thing. And this way, we're making sure we're covering all bases, and of course, you're more than encouraged to come dressed up Sunday as well. But for people who want to cosplay and just cosplay, who don't really care so much about the artists and vendors and that kind of stuff, they can come Saturday, they can dress up, they can have a good time, they can meet other cosplay people, discuss how to make costumes and that kind of thing. And then Sunday is the main Comic-Con event. Sunday is the main day where it's all about the comics and the artists and that kind of thing. But of course, people are still encouraged to come dress up and hang out and have a good time.
I still want to build like a Ghostbusters proton pack and wand and the whole jumpsuit and everything.
That would be awesome.
That's pretty much the extent of what I want to do as far as costumes and that kind of stuff.
I think I would really like to do something like that, but I could never sink the type of money that needs to be sunk into it.
Yeah.
And
for me, I really want to do it
you know?
right.
Right, yeah, exactly.
With that kind of stuff, I'd be a perfectionist. Like, oh, this sticker's not here. This wire going from the proton packet and yellow, it's red.
It has to be just like the toy.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about the cosplay expo that they're doing Saturdays. They have these people who, like, that's their thing. That's what they do is they cosplay.
Yeah.
They go. I mean, they don't collect comics. They don't.
Which is
collect,
weird. A weird concept for me to be that into that kind of culture and not be passionate about like the source material where that kind of stuff comes from.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Which I mean, I get it, but I just don't understand it.
Well, I mean, to me, it's kind of like they're taking one aspect of something they love and focusing primarily on that. It's like there's people who love the movies and the TV shows. They have gone several times to see every Marvel movie and every DC movie, and every night at 8 o'clock or whatever time they're glued in front of the TV because Arrow or Flash or Walking Dead is on. They don't really read the comics at all, but they're focused on what they love, and I don't have a problem with that at all because really they're supporting the geek stuff and
Yeah.
But at the cosplay expo, there's going to be people that are going to go over how to make costumes cost efficiently.
Cool.
Like
cool.
foam is a big thing. Apparently you can make fucking anything with foam. I don't know how to do it.
I've got nipples, Greg. Can you help me?
Yeah. I don't know how it works, but apparently like you can get sheets of foam and just make a tank out of it and drive it down Highway 52. So maybe if you come to Cosplay Expo, someone will make a tank. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying it is a possibility because there's going to be people out there making stuff with foam. Maybe somebody will make a tank. You don't know. You'd have to come to make sure.
But if they do, it will be out there Sunday.
Probably.
Yes,
You
definitely.
can definitely
Tank Girl?
see Tank Girl Sunday.
It's a self tank.
There's a new Tank Girl comic series out there now.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
But the expo is Saturday. It is at the Hampton Inn and Suites on 1735 Stokes Road.
Cool. Looking forward to it. So, and if you're into cosplay, check that shit out.
If you're into cosplay, that's definitely the go. But the big event is, of course, the Comic-Con on Sunday.
Sunday.
And I'm super excited about it this year. We've got a lot of really cool people coming. A lot of people that I've known from going to other conventions around the Southeast. We've got all kind of, we're going to be door prizes and raffles and giveaways and costume contests and all kind of stuff.
Tell us about some of the creators and stuff that are going to be there.
There's a lot of creators. One that comes to mind is John Harrison Jr. He's a friend of mine. I've known him for many years through the convention scene. He does live paintings at all the conventions,
Oh, that's really cool.
and his paintings are incredible.
Was he there last year?
No, he wasn't there last year. And a lot of we've got some of the vendors from last year and some from this year. Some of these people I've never heard of, which is saying something because I know most of the con nerds. But No, he wasn't there last year, but he's going to be there this year, which is really cool. And not even, of course I'm encouraging everyone to go spend money. But, I mean, even if you don't want to buy a painting from him or a print, you can just sit there and watch him. And it's incredible how the details of the painting he puts in such a short period of time. I don't know if you guys know Matt Lee. He's from Florence, South Carolina. He's coming out. He's another painter. He's going to have his paintings for sale.
Cool.
His stuff's really awesome.
I love his Bill Murray paintings.
Oh yeah,
The Bill Murray.
They're
All
really
Bill Murray in general.
Yeah, Bill Murray is just one of those anomalies that you can't help but love. Like I don't care. I've never met a person who doesn't love Bill Murray.
Yeah, I was like, Bill Murray. Not really a big fan. You've never heard that before. Or I've never heard that before.
Got some other stuff. Of course, Greg Bo Watson's going to be there. He's a big integrated part of our show, doing a lot of our promo material.
He does all the art for your cards.
Yeah,
and
he
stuff,
did the
right?
shirt, the design of the shirt, and the flyers and the posters and everything else. And he's going to have all kind of cool stuff. And we actually have some con exclusives this year, which is really interesting. We've got a comic called Princeless. It's a all ages comic. It's geared mainly towards kids, but anybody can read it.
That's the one from Action Labs.
Yep, that's the one from
Okay.
Action Labs.
Nice.
So, Grego did the cover to that. The writer, what's the writer?
Jeremy Whitley.
Thank you. Jeremy Whitley, the writer Jeremy Whitley is going to be there. The president of Action Labs, Kevin Freeman, is going to be there. So you can actually buy the comic. It'll only be $5. You can buy that comic and get all 3 members of the creative team to sign it right there at the show.
That's awesome.
And
yeah.
Action Labs is actually kind of one of the up and coming indie labels, and they're located out of Lumberton, right?
I think they're located out of Lumberton.
And
Yeah.
Lumberton is, if you live around here, Lumberton's about an hour north of Florence on 95 and about 30 minutes north on 95 on the South Carolina, North Carolina line. So they're really, really close.
Yeah, Action Labs is doing some really cool stuff, and I'm really happy that they're coming to the show.
Those
We're
are
following
the-
Zombie Tramp
Yeah,
a
that's
lot.
what, those are
Yeah,
the Zombie Tramps.
Zombie Tramp, M Theory, Princeless, and I mean they've got a lot of really good titles. They're really up and coming. So, a lot of these indie labels are really stepping up their game, and they're really giving Marvel and DC a run for their money, which I really am a big fan of. I'm kind of fed up with it being the big 2, and I'd rather it be the big 3 or the big 4. So, and it makes everyone work harder to to come out with good storylines and that kind of thing.
It pushes everybody's quality
Yeah.
up significantly.
Everybody's quality of work is getting a lot better just because of the competition. Another speaking of indie comics and that kind of thing, another exclusive we have is from Zenoscope. It's an Alice in Wonderland one-shot, and that one is not all age friendly.
Nope.
The Zenoscope stuff is not age friendly. It is more geared towards 20 and above, maybe 15 and above. I don't know, but that also has an exclusive cover that you can only get at the show. You can't buy this at any other store except for Legends Comics and Florence Comic-Con, unless someone bought it off of eBay and sold it in their store, which is possible. That one's going to be for sale at our show. We've got another artist, Lance Footer, who does some really good stuff. He's got an exclusive Florence Comic-Con print. Ernie Suggs, who's another one of our artists, and also is instrumental in promoting the con. He does all of our, what's the word I'm looking for?
Magic.
Yeah, he does all the magic.
He does the magic shows.
Like Greg Bo will do an illustration, and then he'll
What is
kind
that?
of touch it up and make it extra pretty and that
I
kind
like
of
the
stuff.
post-production kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
Ernie's big in the post-production art aspect of it. So he's got exclusive prints that's only going to be available at the show. So yeah, there's a lot of really, the exclusives that we have available. And also the first 150 people that come through the door get a free print from either a free Greg Bo print or a free Ernie Suggs print, which is really cool.
Snap.
So you need
Nice.
shit.
free, a lot of free shit going on this year.
Hell yeah.
A lot of free shit.
Swag.
Yeah, a lot of swag. A lot of swag. Pork Chops Tattoo Studios, who is one of our sponsors, I guess you would say. They're raffling off 3 gift certificates for $250 tattoos.
Damn.
Must be over 18.
Yeah, that's a really, really damn good
That's
deal.
awesome.
Yeah, they're raffling off 3
That's
tattoos,
superb.
and plus they're giving away $50 off coupons off of certain purchase tattoos. So, definitely go by their table and enter the raffle. And if you don't win, you still get a coupon.
Awesome.
Yeah, those people were
Yeah.
super cool. I remember going to their booth last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
and that's where I get all my work done. All the nerd ink that I'm covered with all came from Pork Chops. So, and I've been tattooed by everyone that works there so far, except for Cato, who's an apprentice, and I haven't gotten tattooed by him just simply because I hadn't gotten around to it.
you gotta collect them all, man.
I'm working on it. It's the Pork Chops Pokemon Tattoo Studio. So I'm missing one from having them all, and it's coming. I just hadn't get around to it. So but Tiffany just did the Ren and Stimpy tattoo, which I love.
It looks amazing.
And Pork Chop's doing the whole Avenger sleeve on my left arm. Ben is doing some stuff on the right arm. Brian, he's done a couple tattoos for me. Everybody there is super professional. Everyone there does really great work. So definitely come by their table and talk to them. And
All really nice people too.
all super nice. A little too nice. I'm just kidding.
A little too rad.
Little too.
You're a little too friendly sometimes.
Little too friendly.
A little touchy-feely.
Yeah, but no, it's all good.
JK.
This year
Simmons.
we've expanded. Last year I think we had 30 artists and creators. This year we're looking at 45.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many tables for vendors?
There's 35 vendors.
Okay.
As far as the table number,
'Cause I was really, really impressed and pleased with like the variety
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that you guys had last year. Because I mean, you had everything from like guys who had like super old, super expensive stuff to guys who were selling like some of the stuff that I could afford, like a Batman number 30 signed by Greg Capullo.
yeah.
I mean, it didn't have the COA or anything, so I mean, it's not official. It's just really cool to have, and it's like that kind of cool stuff for me that I can afford.
Well,
It's nice to see as opposed to
hell
like the
yeah, dude,
super expensive stuff.
I got the first print
The
of
Lemire.
Animal Man signed by Lemire last year too. So that was
Well, it's just cool to see a lot of those vendors like Heroes and Dave's Comics, and you see at a lot of the other conventions like the Heroes convention or the any of the other conventions that are kind of regionally around here. And you don't have to drive an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it was nice that they kind of
backyard.
ran the gamut from like guys that like had a lot of like old cool toy stuff to like the kind of middle ground comic collector stuff to like the hardcore like I'm gonna spend $1,000 on this comic book collector stuff.
nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have 85 vendor tables.
Nice.
So we got
That's
35
awesome.
vendors, but actually we might actually have more than that because we did add a few more here right at the last minute. Matt's Game Exchange.
Oh,
Oh,
good,
shit,
good,
yeah.
good, good.
They snuck in there at the last minute, and we're really happy they were able
Yeah,
to.
Yes.
we're super
as
fans
am I.
here. The Geekyest super fans of Matt's Game.
So Matt's
Yeah.
Game Exchange, and they're getting I think 4 tables.
Oh,
so
they're
be
gonna have a
bringing-
lot of shit.
They must be bringing a lot of shit out there, which is
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as far as the vendors go, it's really nice that we're able to get a broad spectrum of everything geek and nerdy. I mean, when you walk in, to your left, there's going to be a guy selling gaming supplies from Warhammer, Dungeons and Dragons, HeroClix, that kind of stuff.
Gotta
To
get
your-
them D20s.
Right.
Magic.
Yeah. I'm sure there's
sided
I'm sure there's going to be Magic the Gathering and
God.
Pokemon and all that
baby.
other stuff for sale. On your right, there's going to be a guy who's selling vintage comic books. So you go a little further, there's going to be a guy selling new comic books. So you go a little further, this guy's going to be selling posters and toys and
Yeah, I had a really great variety last year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's exciting to hear that there's even more.
yeah, there's even more variety. And it comes back to the fact that we want everybody to feel welcome. We want
Yeah.
everybody to come and have a great time. You don't have to be a specific geek or nerd to enjoy yourself. You can just be a nerd. I mean, and a nerd is anything that you're hardcore about. So I mean, if
There you
you're
go.
hardcore into comics, we got it. If you're hardcore into gaming, we got it. If you're hardcore into toys, we got it. If you're hardcore into everything, we got it. So I mean, that's the thing. I just want everyone to come and have a good time.
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
No, I think good times will be had.
By all.
I definitely hope so. And I'm hoping we get pleasantly surprised again with the attendance this year.
What's,
as well as last year's one, I don't think y'all are going to have a problem with that.
When is it open?
The show is open at 10. It runs 10 to 6 on Sunday.
How much does it cost to get in?
It costs $10 to get in.
There you go.
There you go. $10 to get in.
That's it. You got all the
all
info.
day fun.
$10.
And you can, we'll have door prizes and all that stuff. So I mean, you might.
Are the LARPing guys going to be there this year too?
Yes, they are going to be there.
Yes.
Yeah, right outside.
That's awesome.
Those guys
These guys are like
really
right
into it.
outside the front
super
door
bright,
in
yeah.
all their regalia and just like beating the crap out of
I
each
gotta
other
give
with
it up to
swords
those
and
guys
stuff.
because it was hot
It was
last
awesome.
year.
It was entertainment while we were waiting in line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I gotta give it up because man, it was hot last year and
Yeah.
they were
Oh, yeah.
steady. I mean, I've never worn chainmail, but I could assume that it's,
Okay,
it's hot.
I've never worn chainmail, but
Well, I have worn chainmail, but it was.
and the truth comes out.
By the time I start getting hot and sweaty, it comes off. These guys are getting hot and sweaty and just duking it out.
Put
for
more
hours.
chainmail on.
More
chainmail.
We've got the 1966 Batmobiles gonna be there.
Oh,
Shit.
good.
And you can actually, this guy is really cool. You can actually have your photo taken inside the Batmobile.
Wow.
It's
That
not
will be
like,
happening.
yeah, it's not like, some people who have the Batmobile, they let you stand beside it and take your picture. No,
Yeah,
this guy
rope
will
it off,
open the
dude,
door.
yeah.
Yeah, some people rope it off. Not this
Nice.
guy. He actually lets you sit inside
That's awesome.
and get your
That's
picture
awesome.
taken. I don't know. I'm not 100% on the details on what the cost is, but it's not a ridiculous amount of money.
You guys having the local Ghostbusters
Yep.
here too?
Yep, we got the Ghostbusters
Alright.
bringing the Ecto 1.
Awesome.
We've got the General League coming again, which is great.
Is the flag still on top of it?
The flag still is on top of it.
Hell yeah!
But don't. Please don't take the flag being on the car as a personal stance or opinion on our
It's a
part.
piece of pop culture, and that's pretty much where it ends.
That's,
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
opinion, yes,
Yeah.
100%.
It has to be screen accurate. That's all,
It
that's all we're going
yeah,
for.
it is screen accurate. Like I said, we're not making.
No, that's not what I meant by it at all. But
Yeah.
if you're gonna do something like that, let it be screen accurate.
It's the General League.
That's
The
like having the
General League.
Ghostbusters car without the fucking symbol on the side of it.
Mhm.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Somebody's pro ghost or whatever.
Yeah. I'm pro ghosts.
I like
100%. I
I
love
like
ghosts.
Busting makes me feel good.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Florence Comic-Con coming to you next Sunday, a week from today, from when we're recording. It's going to be Sunday the 13th at the SIMT building behind Florence Arlington Tech off of Highway 52.
Yeah, off of Highway 52.
52.
I
It's
think it's
about,
exit 164 off of 95.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
right. So
that
just
is.
hop off 95, go down Highway 52 for about a mile, take a right, and you're pretty much there.
Yeah,
It's
you can't
super
miss.
easy to get
You
to.
can't
You guys are
really.
gonna have like signs and stuff, though, right?
Yeah, we'll have signs.
Turn
and
here
stuff
for
on the
fun.
road, and then we'll have
For a good time, turn here.
turn here for a good
Just
time.
provide $10.
Yeah. we're the
$10, love you all day.
Only
It's
until
like a
6.
long time.
$10
10
for all
to
day
6.
fun is a heck of a
Yeah,
deal.
it was
really.
worth it. It was totally worth it last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last week.
Oh.
Last year I
Get your
didn't.
birds back,
Yes,
guys.
Yep.
Last
The
year
Lord's
I didn't
double
hear
mark.
any complaints from anybody. I think everyone who came out had a really good time, which is what we're shooting for. So hopefully everybody who come out this year will have a really good time again. And I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody. So if you see me out at the show, say, "Hey, I saw you on the nerd show. That was really cool."
On the geekiest.
On the Geekyest. Yeah. Sorry. It's
It's a news show.
It's cool.
yeah, the nerd show. I'm still half asleep, so I'm having to talk about all this stuff on half a brain cell. So I think I'm doing
Oh,
pretty
no, it's
good
great.
still.
No.
So, but it is the Geekyest.
There you go.
There you go.
The Geekyest, yeah. So I seen you on the Geekyest, man. You look like a dick. Not getting the name right. But
Yeah, we're all going to be there. Patrick's going to be heading up a lot of stuff this year. He was one of the point guys last year. If you hear a voice booming over the loudspeaker,
yeah, that'll be me.
probably be Patrick. 3 of us and possibly 1 or 2 other guys are going to be there, decked out in our Geekiest regalia. We have t-shirts, and we're going to be filming some stuff, handing out flyers, trying to get the word out, trying to get the good word out.
Spread the word.
Red words.
The word is fear.
That's a good word.
That is good.
All right, so I think that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for the Florence Comic-Con stuff. So we hope to see everybody that we possibly can there. And if you see us, any of us, come over, drop by, say hey, get on camera, might get put on the show.
I'll be giving out high fives
Full free.
for free.
All right, we're gonna come back with a little bit of Forest Friday news, and we'll see you guys in just a second.